So Andrew Tate has finally been shit-canned from all prominent social media sites, and I feel no sympathy for him whatsoever. The man is a rampant misogynist who has said things like grip her by her neck when talking about how to handle a woman. He's even equated women to dogs in this quote: "You can't be responsible for something that doesn't listen to you. You can't be responsible for a dog if it doesn't obey you, or a child who doesn't obey you, or a woman that doesn't obey you." Basically, his whole shtick online is to spread around the narrative that women exist only to be subservient to men. They should essentially be the property of men. They should only tend to the house, have children, unquestionably listen to their man, and basically not lead independent lives at all. So when someone like this, who on the regular spews hateful garbage talking points, and manages to attain a huge following, and then they get banned, I don't feel bad whatsoever. And this is especially the case with Andrew Tate, whose audience mostly comprises of impressionable teenage boys, and even in some cases, preteen boys. From the Daily Mail, toxic influencer Andrew Tate has been blamed for a rise in sexual incidents against female students in Australia's elite private schools. Several exclusive schools in Melbourne have reported receiving a string of complaints from female students accusing a group of teenage boys of sexualizing them online. The girls claim the boys, mostly from one all-boys school in the CBD, have been using social media platforms Snapchat and Discord to talk about them in a violently sexual manner. One of the girls brave enough to report the sickening chats was only 14. Teachers at the school believe the rise in attacks on their students have been caused by a new wave of alpha male influencers, quote-unquote, inspired by their sexist leader, former kickboxer Andrew Tate. And that's not all. I'm going to link a video in the description of a teacher talking about an 11-year-old boy telling a girl that she's fat, and that she sits at home and eats all day and uses men for money. Bear in mind that the girl this boy was talking to was also 11. I mean, I was laughing at the mental image of an 11-year-old boy saying all of this, and also the teacher mentioned in the same video that the boy said he works for his money, even though he's fucking 11. But at the same time, the fact that Tate's rhetoric has seeped into the minds of so many impressionable boys is really disturbing. When your entire platform is you promoting misogyny and hatred in general, why do you have to stick around? Especially if your platform is influencing the minds of impressionable teenagers and even literal children. And I know, you can make the argument that parents need to do a better job of monitoring what their kids view on the internet, and I absolutely agree. But at the same time, Andrew Tate has grown to the point where millions of impressionable boys look up to him, take his word as gospel. And this reflects in the way they treat the people around them. And we are now witnessing so many instances of girls in school facing even more misogyny from male students after the rise of Andrew Tate's content. What good does Andrew Tate put out into the world? Why does his misogynistic garbage have to remain on mainstream platforms? Because this shit is getting into the eyes and ears of impressionable people, who are getting the idea that the proper way to treat a partner is to grab them by the neck, smack them around, and call them a bitch in Andrew Tate's words. Andrew Tate is not just a guy who does edgy comedy. He props himself up as the guy to listen to if you want to be a true alpha male, quote-unquote. And that's why so much of his audience is under the age of like 17. His content is perfect for hormonal, insecure teenage boys who desperately want to get laid. But you want to know what's the surefire way to not get laid? Listening to people like Andrew Tate. If you constantly treat a person like shit, tell them that they're inferior and just serve as property for men, they don't want to sleep with you. What a fucking shock. You're not being an alpha male or whatever the fuck else you think you are by repeating Andrew Tate's garbage talking points. You're just being an asshole loser. Like, think of it this way. If someone is being an asshole towards you, telling them that you are their property and that you are inferior to them, would you want to hop into bed with that person? Probably not, because they're a bitter, hate-filled douchebag who doesn't view you as a fellow human being. And that's exactly what you Andrew Tate fans are doing with the girls around you. You're not bettering your chances at getting laid by being a degrading asshole towards every girl you come across. In fact, you're doing quite the opposite. That behavior, I'm sorry to tell you, is pussy repellent. I know, I'm just some lonely dude. Why would anyone take dating advice from me? But I don't really see this as dating advice, more so just common sense. If you're an asshole towards every woman you come across, don't be surprised that a woman wouldn't want to be within a 10-mile radius of you. But yeah, Andrew Tate is finally banned from all mainstream platforms. and no tears from him will roll down my face. I don't want to be too harsh on Andrew Tate's fans because most of them are like 14 years old. Hopefully the misogyny will be a phase that they grow out of. And hopefully in a few years from now, people will be like, remember Andrew Tate? I can't believe I took that dude seriously. As for Andrew Tate himself, fuck him. I hope he has fun fading into irrelevancy. Farewell, douchebag. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye.